Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I've invested too much to walk away now? It might be a job, a career, or perhaps even a version of yourself that no longer fits. That thought has a name, and understanding it can be quietly life-changing. Hi, I'm Tanya Rutherford from Queen Bee Rising, and today I wanted to talk about something that I see all the time in my work with women, especially when we're in that midlife and motherhood phases, and that is the sunk cost fallacy, and how it keeps capable, thoughtful women like ourselves stuck in careers and situations that we've long outgrown. Now, the sunk cost fallacy is a concept from economics. It describes our tendency to keep investing in something because we've already invested so much, even when continuing no longer makes sense. We do this in small ways, whether that's staying in the slow supermarket queue because we've waited this long, and we do it in relationships, staying close to someone because we've known each other forever, and we do it in our careers. Tell ourselves that I've worked too hard to quit now. It would be foolish to start again. Perhaps my pay grade might go down. I should just be grateful. And sometimes staying is the right call, and that might be for stability, financially, timing, or care responsibilities. But when our staying is driven by fear, whether that's fear of waste, fear of judgment, fear of starting again, perhaps the whole fear of do I have to go back and study? That's when the cost quietly grows. Now, many women reach midlife and realize that the work they once tolerated or even enjoyed no longer fits their values, their energy, or their identity. And yet we stay, not because it's aligned, but because we've invested so much time and energy and qualifications, and also our own sense of self into that particular role. Now, this isn't about us being indecisive, it's about being conditioned. We are taught to be dependable, loyal, and to choose a path that disrupts others the least. Where we add in our motherhood, caregiving, workplaces that reward endurance over reinvention, it makes perfect sense why so many women feel stuck. Now, this is the shift that I really wish more women would make, and that is that it's not about starting again, it's about repurposing what you've already built. Your skills don't disappear because you change direction. And in terms of age just brings clarity, it brings courage, and it brings emotional intelligence, things that most workplaces desperately need in all their roles. Now, for me personally, one of my big career shifts was shifting from being an accountant, or more like an accountant in business as opposed to like a tax accountant, and shifting from that kind of a role into a professional development role. Now, it sounds big, but I was working with people all the time, and I had a concept about how businesses run and the kind of skills that we needed. And so it wasn't as huge a shift, and actually having that foundation of business development skills and business management skills and accounting actually helped to contextualize that leadership and management skills that I was then teaching for other people. So whether you are in your 40s or 50s or 60s, you may still have many years left working ahead of you. And so it's not too late. It's a long runway. So if you notice yourself thinking, I've invested too much to leave, try asking instead, what is it costing me to stay? And that one question can open a door that you didn't even know was there.